I like this question because it gets to something that's really important for standardized tests like the PSAT, the SAT, even to an extent things like the ACT, right? These are tests that include math and math concepts, but they're not math tests, right? So there's a temptation on a question like this to solve this using algebra, because that is what your math teacher in school would make you do, is write an equation that uses algebra. But we don't need to do that. You don't get extra points for doing it the way that your teacher would want. We just get it right. We just get points for getting it right. So try to just work it through based on common sense here. So Naomi bought both rabbit snails and knee-right snails. I don't know what those things are. Why would you buy snails? For a total of $52. Each rabbit snail costs $8 and each knee-right snail costs $6. If Naomi bought 2 knee-right snails, how many rabbit snails did she buy? Okay, so she has a total of $52. 2 of the knee-right snails, and each one is 6, so that's $12 right there. So let's subtract that out, and now we have $40 left to buy what? The rabbit snails, which are $8 a piece. So at this point, you can just divide, right? 40 divided by 8 is 5. You should know that pretty confidently because of our times tables. Or you could even just guess and check and be like, well, 5 times 8 would be $40 plus the 12 gets me 52, right? We have the ability to guess and check here. So if you don't like doing division and subtraction, work the question in the reverse order, use the answer choices and do multiplication and addition. Multiplication and addition are usually easier to think about anyway. So if you can reverse a question and do the operations that you feel more comfortable with, do that. That's fine. It doesn't matter what order you go in here. But this is a question where notice there is no variable on my page. I am not solving for X in any way. You could, but why bother, right? When we create equations, we have a much higher percent chance of creating the wrong equation. And so in school, if your teacher forces you to do that, fine, do what they say. But on the SAT, the PSAT, we're really just trying to minimize the chance of a careless mistake. So we don't want to do risky moves like algebra if we can avoid them. So if you get a story question especially, see if there is a way to just work it through piece by piece, step by step, instead of trying to smush all that information together into one equation. That's usually riskier.